Hi folks, Charlie Shelton with Disneyland News Today, back once again to try some tasty treats. The Disney 100 Years of Wonder celebration has just kicked off at Disneyland, and we have specialty foods in both parks to try. I'm geared up and ready to go. Let's try some treats. Let's start at Disneyland. And here we are at the Hungry Bear restaurant where we have a new cheeseburger. This is the potato and cheddar cheeseburger. 1/3 pound Angus chuck patty, green chili and bacon cheddar sauce, and spicy crispy potato planks on a brioche bun, and it's served with fries or mandarins, and we've got plenty of fried food to go around, so I went for the mandarins. All right, I can already tell this is going to be messy. Let's try it. Woof. Okay, so right off the bat, the potato planks are hash browns. They are just hash browns. So we've got a hash brown burger there. All right, let's try this. This is ridiculous. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, that's, I like a burger. I like fries. I don't necessarily need them in the same bite. And that's kind of what this is. It just tastes like having fries on my burger. It's so fried, and it's so much because there's two potato planks, one on the top and one on the bottom, and it's so much that it's overpowering. Like, I don't really taste the beef, and even the cheddar sauce with the peppers in it. Like, it just I don't know. They're all kind of supporting acts to this gigantic potato bite, which I would rather the cheese shine through. There's a poblano cheeseburger over across the way at DCA that we had, and it comes as a poblano cheese dipping sauce with the burger. That, I think, is a better version of this. This just seems like, I don't know, I don't need all of this on a burger. It's too much, and it's not letting the burger or the cheese come through the way I want it to. So it's a good idea in theory. And I think, let me take one of these off. If I can take the bottom one off, that might make it easier, because it's just too much potato. Okay, so that's better. It's better with the only one potato plank, because the cheese and the meat come through a little bit more. It makes it more complex. There's more going on instead of just potato with a little bit of cheese. They're a little more evenly balanced. The potato is still the star of the show here, and it's the main flavor note, but it's not as overpowering, and it doesn't wash out the other flavors like it does when you have two potatoes on the bun. So overall, it's okay. It's not a terrible offering. I'm not upset about it. It just, I think, could be better. If I was in the mood for fries only, but I needed something a little more substantial, this is it, because it's definitely fries first. Well, there you have it. Let's move on. And next up, we have Refreshment Corner, where we have a pair of new items. First up, we're going to try the Violet Pretzel. This is a cream cheese-filled pretzel drizzled with salted vanilla cream and lavender sugar. It's very purple on top, as are most of the foods, and that's a recurrent theme throughout all of this. So let's give this a shot. So it's a cream cheese pretzel, same as we're familiar with. The salted vanilla cream just comes off as kind of sweet, which I'm okay with. This sets it off in a really great way. I've always enjoyed the cream cheese pretzels to begin with, but now adding this extra bit of sweetness on top of the already slightly sweet pretzel kind of makes it more of a sweet treat as opposed to like a roasty, bready, you know, pretzel treat. It makes it a little bit sweeter, almost like if I wanted a churro, but there was none around, kind of on that same level of like how much sugar you're getting. And it brings out a lot of cinnamon notes. I don't know if that's from the dusting on top or just, you know, the roasty, toasty flavors of the pretzel, but the sweetness is offset with that little bit of spice in there as well. So that comes together really well, and I'm surprised at how much I like this. I'm not usually a huge fan of the covered pretzels, just because, like, you know, it's a cream cheese pretzel and it's fine on its own. But there have been a few exceptions, and this among them. This is actually really pleasant, and I enjoy this a lot. All right, so next up we have a bright purple drink. This is the sparkling grape. This is Sprite with grape syrup topped with a candy strip. Everything, all the specialty drinks nowadays have Sprite, and I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired of Sprite. It's not great. It's not, I don't want it in all of my drinks, but you know, that's how it is. If you're gonna get a specialty drink at a theme park, I guess you're just gonna have to have Sprite. So, and this with grape syrup, I'm apprehensive. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I was kind of thinking like Dimetap, like a grape medicine flavor, but this is actually a little more like a Tootsie Pop grape, you know, like a sucker, like Pleasantly grape. But still, that Sprite brings that weird saccharine tang to it that I think I don't mind Sprite on its own. It is what it is, kind of like a Coke, you know, like it's just its own thing that doesn't really need to be messed with. And this one just kind of muddies the waters, and I don't really need it. So it's very cute, and I like that it comes with a little candy strip here, but that doesn't mix in the drink. It's just for, you know, the visuals of it. But it's not for me. I don't think I need something that purple ever, but especially if it's Sprite. So let's keep moving on. Next up, we have a specialty churro. This is the 100 Years of Wonder churro. It is available at multiple locations across the resort, both at Disneyland and here at DCA. We got ours at the Hollywoodland Churro Cart. So this is the Disney 100 churro. It is raspberry sugar with a sweet icing on top and chocolate pearls. So it is purple, just like everything else, but it looks like it's still gonna have a good churro crunch.
12 minutes to showtime, 12 minutes to the next showing, if you can spell hard not to, 12 minutes.
So it just tastes extra sweet. It doesn't taste like anything special. Like the purple sugar doesn't bring much other than just extra sweetness. Like, and the icing is nice, but yeah, it's just kind of a pretty normal churro. Maybe a little hint of fruit, a little bit, but it's definitely subtle, and it's not something that's smacking you in the face with it. This is churro first, and just a little extra fruit flavor. Only if you get a big clump of sugar, as I have here. That was the only way I could taste it. The rest of it, I didn't get anything from. So it's good though. It's not my favorite specialty churro that I've had for an event. It's not my favorite specialty churro that's out at the carts right now, but it's not bad for what it is, and it's definitely better than some of the other ones I've had. So let's keep moving. Next up, here in Hollywoodland, we have a couple of drinks over at Hollywood Lounge. This is the bar, and then right across the way we have Food Bites at Studio Catering Co. But we're just here for the drinks. So first up, we have a Platinum Blue. This is rum, blue curacao, Dole pineapple and sour mix. Well, this sounds very sweet. Let's try it. Huh. Okay, so that's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be. It's more pineapple forward, I think, than I was expecting. Yeah. It tastes, to be honest, it tastes like when you get a can of Dole pineapple and you eat the pineapples out of it and then there's the juice left over. If you drink that juice, that's kind of what it tastes like. I don't get a whole lot. There's a little twang of rum in there, but I don't get a whole lot of that. It's not overpowering. It's definitely pineapple juice forward. And it's not like mixed and fun like a fun tiki cocktail. It's just kind of, pineapple, and then rounded out with some extra sweetness from the sweet and sour mix or something, I assume. Yeah, it could be better. It's not bad, but it's kind of, a glass of pineapple juice with just a little twinge of rum, if that's what you're into. If you don't want something that's going to be so, complex, then I guess that would be for you. But for myself, there are other better rum and tiki cocktails here at DCA. If I was in the mood for a rum cocktail, I would probably go for something other than this. We do have another drink here. This is a non-alcoholic drink. This is the old-fashioned cream soda. Sprite, cherry, and blue cotton candy gourmet syrup topped with whipped cream, cotton candy, and purple pixie dust. Another Sprite-based specialty drink. Just adding syrup to Sprite is not enough for me to be a specialty drink. So the cotton candy on the top is cute though. It's very nice. It's nice. It's just normal cotton candy. Alrighty, let's try this syrup and Sprite. No, I try not to outright dislike things, but there's just nothing about that I like. It doesn't taste like cotton candy. It tastes like a dirty house. Like, it's hard to describe it. It tastes like the creaminess of the whipped cream that's mixed in just a little bit, and the sharp bite in your throat from the syrup. It just tastes overall unpleasant. It's very hard for me to find anything positive to say about that. That one is absolutely not for me, and I'm not going to have another sip. So it's not a cream soda. This is the second time in as many months that I've had something labeled a cream soda, which is just Sprite with some cream or ice cream or something dumped into it. That is not a cream soda, and there is nothing old-fashioned about this. That was bad. I hate to say it, but that was unpleasant. I need something to get the taste out of my mouth, and luckily, I did make another stop over here at Schmoozies. We have a new shake. This is the Steamboat Willie shake. Cookies and cream shake with whipped topping and chocolate cream-filled cookie ears. It wouldn't be a festive shake from Schmoozies without having a shake with Oreos for Mickey ears. So that is very on brand. Let's So it's just a cookies and cream shake. Like, I'm not upset about it. It's just kind of a cookies and cream shake, and the Oreos on top, go to reinforce that fact, and it's very cute. But, it's fine. It's a cookies and cream shake. Like, you can't be upset about it. I'm still here at DCA drinking ice cream on a weekday, so like, I'm still having a good time, But it's just not that special. There's really nothing about it that makes it that special. So Yeah, it's just a cookies and cream shake. Still not unpleasant. All right, we have a few more stops to make. Let's keep going. And our next stop is here at Clarabelle's Hand-Scooped Ice Cream over on Buena Vista Street, where we have the Snickers Sunday. This is butter pecan ice cream topped with chocolate shell, caramel sauce, whipped cream, chopped peanuts, and Snickers bar pieces served in a waffle cup. This is a lot. This is a lot of toppings, but it is all very Snickers themed, and a Snickers bar works well, so I imagine this is going to be good too. That's really nice. I never realized how chewy the nougat is in a Snickers. Like when it's broken apart from everything else and you just get a piece of nougat, like it's very chewy. That butter pecan ice cream is nice. It's kind of simple. Like it's always been one of my favorite flavors because I've been an old man since I was born. And like anytime I can have butter pecan ice cream in something else that's not like, you know, just a boring cup, like anytime it's used in something like this, I'm all for it. That's nice. It's less chocolate than a Snickers bar. I mean, there's the chocolate shell, but it's definitely not the predominant note like it is in a Snickers bar. It's a little more subdued because it's only here and there, and the creaminess of the butter pecan ice cream coming through. So it's a different take. A lot of the flavors are there, but in different proportions, different ratios to each other, and it brings out different notes. But I really like that. It's, I don't want to say simple, but like everything kind of works together, and there's nothing too out there and weird and experimental. It's nice to just have a straightforward sundae. That's really great. All right, let's keep moving. Next up is Fiddler Viper and Practical Cafe, where we have probably the most appropriate looking Disney 100 Years of Wonder treat. This is the Platinum Trifle. Layers of chocolate cookie crumbles, cheesecake, cherry compote, chocolate cookie mousse, and creme fraiche chantilly with crunch pearls and a chocolate piece. There's a lot going on in here, and it's just adorable. It's just adorable. I hate to break into it because it's so cute. Cool. Wow. Oh man. There's a lot going on in here. It's hard to break it down. All right. So the cherries, because I haven't gotten all the way down, because like, look at how big this thing is. Because I haven't gotten all the way down, the cherries are the predominant note. It's very sweet, but not overly so. Not sweet in a way of like eating a mouthful of icing. Like this is just really nice. The cheesecake is not, it's more of like a pudding. It's not like a thicker, you know, fluffy cheesecake consistency. It's more like a pudding. It's more creamy. And then the cherry compote being on top is what you get the most of. The creme fraiche chantilly is kind of lost in it. Like it's here, but it gives a little bit of a twang almost from the creme fraiche, but it's not. It's only a minor note and lost in the layers of sweet and the pop of cherry and everything. I do want to try a little bit with the cookie crumbles, but it's a lot to get all the way down there. Oh. Okay, so that brings a fun textural element to it. They're chewy and kind of stick to your teeth, but it mixes throughout the cheesecake pudding stuff really well, and it kind of brings just a subtle chocolate flavor underneath the cherries and the cheesecake. All these flavors are kind of, I would love a cherry cheesecake. I would love chocolate and cherry. I would love, you know, all of these in different combinations, and all together, they work really, really well. Honestly though, like this is probably enough for 2 or 3 people to share. Like it's so rich and so, it's not overly sweet. Like as I'm eating it, it's not throwing me off by how sweet it is. but this is plenty. Like, I could have maybe 1 or 2 more bites and be fully satisfied because it's just so dense. There's so much sweet and so many flavors going on at once that a little bit goes a long way. So, you know, for the price, which is kind of high for a treat this small, you can definitely get 2 or 3 servings out of this, depending on how much you want to eat. But this is great. This is one of my favorite sweet treats from the Disney 100 so far. This is really nice. Okay, let's keep going. Next up is the Magic Key Terrace, where we have a new cake. This is the Celebration Cake. Pecan brownie, chocolate truffle mousse, red berries, and milk chocolate mousse, glazed with chocolate ganache and topped with a star. All right, well, this is a good-looking cake. And, you know, when I think of a slice of chocolate cake, I want, like, these layers and the filling and everything. I'm really excited about that. You eat with your eyes first, and this is great. This is really good looking. Let's try it. What? Whoa. My goodness, that's chocolatey. Wow. That's fantastic. That's really good. The little bit, so it's very chocolate all the way through, right? And there's the nuts on the bottom from the pecan brownie, but like just to kind of give it a character. Like, yes, there are pecans inside, but it just kind of gives it that nutty character throughout all of the dark, rich chocolatey. And then the red berries in the middle bring that pop of like red fruit, you know, fruit forward sourness to like cut through everything so that it's not overly sweet. It kind of balances it out with a bit of that acid. This is phenomenal. This is a great classic chocolate cake. And the bottom is like so thick and rich. Well, the top is light and fluffy, and the bottom is so thick, almost chewy, with the nuts and the brownie on the bottom. That's it. Yeah, almost chewy. Like it's really dense. So you have a mixture of textures, you have a mixture of flavors. This is a great elevated chocolate cake. I'm really pleased with this. Well, I'm going to finish this whole thing, and then it's time to move on. Next up, we're at Lamplight Lounge here at DCA, and we have a new festive cocktail. This is the Disney 100 cocktail. Empress Gin, pea flower, honey, lavender, and lemon juice garnished with an edible flower. And it is just gorgeous. Purple, as with everything else, but this is lovely. Oh, okay. Lavender and honey are the main notes coming through. The honey comes through stronger than I was expecting, I think. That's really nice. Wow. I can't imagine that, I mean, it says it has honey and lavender in there, but I can't imagine that it's just like shaken with lavender. It's got to be something suspended in there because it's such a strong lavender and honey flavor. The Empress Gin is underneath a little bit. It's not hitting very hard. It's not like a stringent alcohol note as you can get with gin sometimes. This is more of a subtle accent more than anything, but my goodness, that's delicious. In the same way you have a coffee and then you have like a lavender and honey latte where like, yeah, it's still coffee, but you know, lavender and honey takes over. This is the same thing, but with gin in lieu of coffee. It's very lavender and honey, but there is still spirit in there, and it's very well combined. I enjoy that a lot. I'm very pleased. It's very rare that I don't love cocktails from here at Lamplight. They always do really great stuff, so I'm not surprised. But this one really is special. This is one of the better ones that I've had in a while. From a pool of already delicious cocktails, this is one of the best they've done in a while. So this is really something special. All right, well, I'm gonna finish this and then it's time to move on. Last stop for the night over here at DCA, This is Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta, where we have a French onion dip pizza. This is mozzarella and Gruyere, caramelized onion, and sliced roast beef, served with a side of beef au jus. So, this is kind of interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm hoping it's going to be good. Like, there's enough here. I like all the things that are going into it, so I'm really hoping I'm going to like it. Let me try it without the au jus first. Oh, come on. What? That's so good. Wow. Wow. This is one of those things where they try and bring some disparate foods together, like French onion dip into a pizza slice, that you're just like, I don't know, it could be great or could be terrible. This is a great one. This is fantastic. The caramelized onions almost make a sauce. Like they're so caramelized and so goopy and they just fall apart on the whole pizza. That's spectacular. Now let me try it with the beef au jus. Even better. My goodness. All right, so the roast beef is a little salty, a little saltier than I was ready for, and the au jus is just a little saltier than I was ready for. So together, like I had a bite of beef and a bite of the au jus, and together it's more salt than I want. One or the other would be fine, but together it was a lot. Yeah, on its own, like without the roast beef, the jus is fine. It is salty, but it kind of offsets the heaviness of the cheese and the sweetness of those caramelized onions. This is spectacular. I was. It's not that I wasn't expecting to like this. Like, it sounds like it could be fun. You know, it sounds like a good idea. So many of these things are like, you read it on the menu and you're like, that sounds bad. This one actually sounds good. I was looking forward to this one, and sure enough, it turns out this is fantastic. So I'm really enjoying this. It also has some French fried onions here on top, scattered on top of the pizza. That's fantastic. It's sweet, it's savory. The Gruyere is a wonderful choice. It really does feel like having a French onion dip or like French onion soup, just on a pizza slice. My only note would be the beef is a little overly salty, but that's a minor note. You know, it's still fine. Like, I'm still enjoying it. This is great. And you know, at Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta with all the other stuff there, this is probably what I'm going to go for more than a slice of supreme or pepperoni. This is something unique, something I'm going to tell people about, and it's delicious to boot. So this has been great. Okay, I think that's it for us here. All right, that's everything we've got. Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, please let us know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for stopping by. We'll see you next time.